Hello, and an awesome bloody welcome back to Jonah's Boxing Blog with me and Phil Jones and Eddie Morris. You okay, Ed?
Yeah.
And the great Mark Maca Richards. Hello, you mate.
All right, mate. Thank you.
Great having you on the chair.
Cheers, buddy.
And he's going to pop away, with
Yep.
2 questions, mate.
You all ready?
I'm
Yeah,
okay.
Right. So, welcome, Maca. And,
Thank you.
What age did you start boxing?
I think it was 10. I think I walked in the gym Wednesbury at 10, and then you couldn't box till 11. They've changed the rules now. You can have preschool ones at 10 now, can't you?
Yeah.
But we couldn't box until 11. So
At the age of 10, Mac, when was that? Was that about 82?
82.
Yeah.
82, yeah.
Was there any options with gyms when you were a kid, or was it just
No. It was just you only know there was it was probably 200 yards, 300 yards from our house.
So everybody sort of went down.
Yeah. It was like the Bronx.
Yeah, it was.
It was like the Bronx. You got to learn to look after yourself.
Was a lot off the estate already boxing?
Yeah.
So you already had influence off the other lads going boxing?
Yeah. There's
a lot of friends.
Yeah, there's a lot of lads in my class who was already boxing. Then there was at good levels, to be fair. And then, when you start and you're the new kid, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough then. And then the older lads, like I said, Friar Park was just renowned for boxers because you got to look after yourself.
What was your first impressions when you first walked into the gym?
Well, I went with the Nelsons.
You said the same, don't you?
I went with the Nelsons, Isa, Brian and John, and they was there. I think they'd had a feud with Wednesbury Boxing, and I think they stayed that long, and then they left.
To Lodge, didn't they?
Yeah, so then I was already there then, so I just stayed. But Isa was like my best mate then, so I stayed there, and Isa and his brothers left. I was like a feud over fights or matchmaking or something. I think that's what it was.
Want to tell us a little bit about your first boxing sessions, when you first went in?
Yeah. Well, what it was, it's probably it was the downfall of my early boxing, but my boxing to the end was better because of it. So we walk in the gym, there's probably 30 lads there, and everybody in a line, hands up, elbows in, start, step forward, step back, doing all the basics, and you just carry on doing the same thing, and it was like
them showing you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just you follow everybody else. But then to realise, then I think I boxed right-handed for could have been seven years. Then realised really I was left-handed until Errol come and took over the gym, and then I was boxing. Everything was left hooks, and so Errol went, "Why are you always left hooks?" I went, "Well, I'm left-handed," and he went, "You've been set the wrong way." So then I changed to become a southpaw, and then I started switching, and that's when everything kicked in and everything gone good then. So for got to be 7-8 years, I was boxing which was probably 60, 70 fights. I boxed right-handed when really I was left-handed.
In your first early years of boxing at Wednesbury, conditions, what was the gloves like?
Oh God, yeah, the gloves. There was a basket. There was a big basket. And he used to, you do. He'd say, "Go on, you run, you do run," and then you do shadow boxing or you skip in, and he'd say, "Okay, on the bags." So you'd run to that basket. The first one to the basket gets the best gloves. We used to box in gloves. They got nothing in them. They were just a little piece of leather, weren't they?
Oh, so,
and I don't know how we got. I don't know how our hands smashed up because you was just whacking. The bags with nothing.
How long had you been training before you first went?
It was a year. It was a year. They would never let you box until you was ready, really. He's 11 anyway, because I was 10 starting. Probably 10 and a half, maybe, but I boxed at 11. And I'll never forget it. It's a story, really. I boxed Lee Henderson. It was my first fight. He was from Aston Villa. And we went to box him at the Villa ground. And we boxed. He was a tall, skinny lad, I remember him. And we boxed, and I lost. It was a close fight. But I always seemed to lose a close fight because I was smaller.
Yeah.
And boxing the wrong style probably did help. But I boxed him 4 times. But then my second fight was I boxed him. You boxed his brother, Warlow.
Yes,
you boxed Chad.
Yes,
I boxed his brother. Well, then my second fight I stopped him. And then that gives you the desire then to think, "Oh, I love this. This is the one. This is the sport." Yeah. So then
My next question was: did you enjoy your first fights, or did you think, "Oh my God, what have I got myself into"?
Yeah, I think I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it because it either makes you or breaks you, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But it does. It's an addictive thing. You either have one and quit,
Yeah.
or you carry on and you love it.
Yeah, well, you're more of a, it's all in you, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, because you can be taught a certain way, and it explains, yeah, we've looked on you, Mac. You was taught the
Opposite style.
way to your box.
Yeah.
And you carried that out for how long? That was out of art.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's who he was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was art and plus being showed. But it actually, yeah, with you could do it that way as well.
Yeah.
But the other way was just
better.
You just corrected the show. I couldn't properly do
well, at least harder ring because my first season I had 14 fights.
I did as well.
And I lost 12. I lost 12 out of 14, but never got hurt, never got nothing. But there was just close fights. And to realise,
would have
broke.
Yeah.
I know. Don't get me wrong. They used to take the piss out of me at school. They used to take because I've got other lads, AD Aldi, Craig Ranger,
Andrew Lester,
and that was all winning. And I used to have the piss took out of me. But I just
first year toughened you up a little bit. That second season.
That's it. And then you just change.
As you go into the second season, did training change a little bit? Did it all get a little bit tougher?
Oh yeah, you understand. You understand what it's about next time, don't you? Next season, you understand anything.
When you enter like championships,
That's it. That's the pinnacle to go in the championships.
What did you think of the running?
Oh God,
the circuit around the estate.
The
Wednesbury banks. Oh my God, up the canal banks.
Yeah, but again, we was on a bit we made. I run it first. What I remember, we come out of Waldo and then we go up to the Millfields, up to the Lawyer.
Yep, Hyde Road.
And then down there Johnson Road.
That's it.
And then it changed. Then we went up Hyde Road, round the town.
Back at Acadok.
Park.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
But once we'd done our runs, he'd like have us at the end of the driveway.
Yes, in the sprints.
Doing the sprints.
Over the back bridges.
And this guy, Ed, was like quick boy, Mac. I was fast.
I was sprinter. I was quick at sprinting.
He could sprint. But do you remember that once when I'm pretty sure it was when he was our first year at the schoolboys and you boxed John Kawasaki and I boxed Reese. We was training outside in the winter
in the snow.
And the snow was this big, wasn't it? It was up to our knees.
Press ups, everything in the snow.
Yeah. Just, up and down that banks. Yeah.
Hardened us up. It was tough.
And on them banks, I actually think helped a lot of our legs.
Yes.
It did, because them banks...
We was all legs in our gym, though, were we? Yeah. Feet.
Well, they all called it, the Wednesbury bounce.
Yeah.
We had the Wednesbury bounce, but like it worked for all.
Yeah, it does. In, out, I totally agree.
In and out. You had that bounce, Wednesbury bounce. Okay, but we won.
Yeah.
But we won.
Dragged him.
Which trainers pushed you the most when you were still in your second year, coming into your third year?
It was Loza, wasn't he? Remember Loza?
I've said that a lot.
Loza, yeah, he was a different, he was a tougher one. Len was the gentleman, and Loza was a bit more strict with you, weren't he?
When looking at you like in a corner.
Yeah.
And you think, that bloody toes going to whack me in the face in a minute.
Yeah, Loza. Was he a fireman, wasn't he?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
he was a fireman, yeah, Loza.
Loza, when you had, gentlemen, I was coming to the gym. Do you remember old Bill?
Yeah, oh, bless him. And Soy.
Soy,
bless him. And Heidi Aldi's dad.
Yeah.
Oh, he was tough.
Yeah.
He wouldn't get away with him, Heidi Aldi's dad. Yeah, he was scary.
You had, Paulie Harping coming in to the job, didn't he? As well.
Tony Marshall.
Yeah, Tony Marshall.
Bobby Plant.
Yeah. I was absolutely loads there, really.
But Teddy's timekeeping was the worst ever, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, like if you remember this, but Heidi bought stuff, and I thought, I do remember. He says, when like I'll tell you, just be hanging around you. Hanging around you and go, you're Wednesday. I've
been training at the end of the session. He'd go, you can get your stuff, you're on. And you just think, see, I've just done an hour and a half session. And he'd go, get your stuff you want.
Oh, yeah, take
you straight to a show. But we lived at shows, didn't we? Yeah. It was on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, wasn't it?
I loved it.
It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, do you know, when you first in the gym and that, though, and you had your first fight.
Yeah.
Did you at a fight in trainers, or did you have boots? Because I got mine off, but
Yeah, we hadn't got no money as a kid. We was 4 or 5 of us, weren't there? So it was tough. It was really tough, and then you got the lads who was really looked after the Golden Boys, but we had it tough, didn't we?
Well, you had at the Golden Boys, it's like on the families who they actually
backed them, and they backed them, didn't they?
Yeah, and in the back when you had people like us who we only boxed through art.
Yeah, we did because we wanted it.
Yeah, we wanted to do it. It wasn't it was pushed into.
There was a lot of people did it because their dads had got made bedroom, don't they?
Yeah.
But
it was like Alice, remember
Lee Alice, yeah.
And he was like,
his dad pushed him to the limit, didn't he? Yeah.
Well, like his old man, had him like to say in the ABAs when I went back at the age of 25. And actually, like, he was a welterweight.
Yeah.
But because his old man was like absolutely Woodley. He's speaking about boxing Woodley.
No.
He made him go up to my weight.
Yeah.
And I boxed him at the Bonza Suite, and it was a war, an absolute war.
So he loved the war, didn't
he? Yeah, and I ended up giving our jersey and that's when I met up again. Gary Simkis.
Oh, Gary, yeah.
Have him on in a couple of weeks and that. But do you know, it's like, okay, Mac, do you know, like how you say you had your first how many fights boxing as an orthodox? Yeah. How many, and then did you have and win?
I'd like to say the first 2 out of 12, 2 out of 14, I lost the first 12. Well, not first 12, out of 4, I won 2 out of 12, 14.
Yeah.
Second season, he probably went up to probably 7 out of 15.
Yeah.
And it just kept growing. But then when I changed to Southpaw, I hit 17.
Yeah.
That's when I really didn't lose much.
No.
I really didn't lose much then.
Yeah, you just went on to like, other level, didn't you?
Yeah.
You did.
Because I think once you start work, they make sure he breaks you, doesn't he? And I started work. I work in a Barrington Birds, cutting pigs' heads off for a living. And it ain't no good job, but it suited my boxing times. So I could get to work, be finished, and walk across the road just to get to the gym. And that's what it was all about. I never went out drinking. I never drunk till I was, 29, 30. So I wasn't interested in that. It was only girls, to be fair. There was
a lot of them, wasn't
there was a few. There was a few.
So after you've done your first few seasons, say coming up to say season 4, fight record's getting better now, confidence is flowing. Yeah. You're still fighting orthodox at that stage.
Yes.
You haven't changed to Southpaw there.
No.
Tell us about any of the lads back then who was up and coming boxers, making a name for themselves in other clubs and local areas. Give you a bit of inspiration to go for it yourself.
Yeah, I think it was about 16, probably 16. I think I got expelled from school. Started work, I was 15. I got expelled from school, funny enough. But there was some real top lads in our gym, and you aspire to them, don't you?
Yeah.
And they was doing good, and you're thinking I was always falling short, but knowing it was the wrong stance that had really done me. But you just change your order and mentally stronger because you're sparring with harder people. I had older, you couldn't get near him. Me and Errol, you couldn't get near Errol. He was a trainer. We used to spar with all of us, like we couldn't get near him, could we? But now, the better people you box, the better you become.
Yeah.
And that's the way it was.
In the gym as well, though, I think because all of us was good.
Yeah.
We all had that. We could all box. And being in a gym with each other and not working like in a ring with each other.
Yeah. Everybody was getting.
But we was working with each other and to me it was just like proper bonus because like boxing with older lads.
Yeah.
And say every one of them could have gone boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, everybody.
But they just work with me. And as for my names I went through. Carey was one of them.
Yeah.
Carey was one of them. Mighty Mouse was another. Lenny Wilkes.
Yeah.
But do you know, it's like how long was it until you boxer till you fought for England, yeah.
I was 1920. I was 1920. We've been going down to. It's like that's another thing. You get picked up for the squad, and you just grow from it. You just believe in yourself after that. So when you started going down the Crystal Palace, that's the camp where you used to go. You don't get me wrong, it was tough. You had to catch a bus to Birmingham, test a train, then to London, London, then to Euston on a tube, then another one to Crystal Palace. So and you're doing that carrying 2 big bags on a Friday afternoon.
And then anybody help you, support you, give you the money to go? Or
no, you used to get down and get some subs, then you had some like train expenses and that, but I done it all off my own back. I was never back. My mum only ever come to watch me twice, and one was the last. I think it was my last amateur fight, and then another one when I boxed at Chad Warlow's brother, and I stopped him.
House, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I stopped him, and my mum went over to him, put her arm around him, and come out and cuddling him, saying he was a nasty soddy, he's Mark. I cuddled him, and nothing about me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Nothing about me. But now we done it because we was hungry for it.
Before you went to like Crystal Palace and you got to in the England squad, tell us about some of the venues that you remember the most.
Yeah,
the crowd, the smoking.
Yeah, parkour was an inspiration to us. There used to be girls walking around with nothing on, really, weren't there? You know, collecting the raffles and that. Yeah, but used to box. I mean, it wouldn't be allowed now. I mean, if we mill, we can see why we mill. The rings used to be this high. And that half of the ring was full of smoke, so your head was just full of smoke. Yeah, it was like fog. You know what I mean? It ain't allowed now, is it? But when you breathe.
Which venues you went to?
I think the Ponder was one of them.
It was really small, wasn't it?
And the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, the Galaxy.
The Galaxy in Tipton, that was a rough one as well.
I boxed there, the Galaxy. Yeah. But the Galaxy was when I won the best young. Boxer of the season.
Fantastic.
Peter Nodgegal won
senior.
Yeah.
He was fit, lad, wasn't he?
Yeah, man. Really.
Super fit. Gamers will come.
And do you remember when he first walked to the gym and I've mentioned it, like it's Jason Lester already, like I told him when he just come in the gym and there was from about Tipton, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think he did, like, he thought he was in a Rocky film. I did. Leicester.
They got the eye of the tiger.
I'm on my rope. I'm here. Keeping in front of the ring. Because I think, like all of us, age didn't take. We like had to go in the gym and we had to put the ring.
And the bags up, yeah.
But anyway, like I'm on the rope, I'm watching like Jason Lester and Peter Nodgegal. It's like I was crack. I ain't coming here no more.
Yeah, I remember broken.
But like between these, like him and Andrew, like the total opposite.
Chalk and cheese, weren't they?
Chalk and cheese.
They used to have a fight all the time.
Yeah. And the dad used to whale him with a belt. I used to whale him with a belt.
Oh yeah, that's why we got respect and discipline now, mate.
Yeah,
the kids today ain't got it.
No, maybe I'm not. So I've gone ahead. What's next? We're
just going to have a short break, and then we'll come back to a bit more about the England days and achievements, trophies, medals, and see you in a short while.
See you in a bit. Hello, and welcome back to John's Boxing Blog Part 2 with the great Mark Maca Richards. And
right, where we was just going to start talking about when you started England boxing. So what age were you when you first got approached and asked if you wanted to fight for England?
Well, I think I was 19, 20. I was going up to quarterfinals in the championships, doing okay, but it was the next step of levels that was after that. So then when you get called up to England, you have the letter come through the post and you're like, wow, it's just an amazing thing. So then you just got to go to the squads. It's the weekends. And then the weeks, and then the weekends, and if you're working, which I was, it's a lot of commitment, but it's all we did anyway. Train.
A lot of nights, a lot of weekends.
Yeah, it was all just boxing. You have to live it.
Did you still fight for venues?
Yeah, we're still boxing. You're still boxing until you get that let's come through saying you've been picked to box, and I got picked to box in Turkey. That was my first tournament. I got picked to box in Turkey. I've been training in the squad for like 3 months, 4 months, and I got pulled up, and it was Izmir in Turkey. And I was there, and there was 6 of us: Patrick Gallagher, David Johnson. There was some real good people, and the draw. We was boxing. It was in this football stadium, and it was like 40 degrees there. It was roasting. So then the draw come, and my first draw was against a Russian lad, and I thought, God, you couldn't draw. You don't want to draw a Russian lad for your first fight. You see Drago and Rocky, and you grow up with her, and you think, Jesus, Russian lad. And it was Russian then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was the early days, it was Russia. And I drawed him out, and the first fight coming, I thought putting the belt on, putting the vest on, and then playing the national anthem for you.
Yeah.
It's just the proudest moment
Brilliant.
of your life, to be fair. Then the bell went, and this Russian come out, and he come out boxing like this with his hand down like that. I thought, Jesus, and he just come hunting for me. He just come hunting for me, and I just stopped there and went, popped him with a jab. And then he just kept coming, and I just hit him with the backhand, and his nose just went, bosh. I must have broke his nose with that shot. And then I thought, and then my confidence just grew, and I carried on, but I was outboxing him. And in the second round, I stopped him.
Brilliant.
And that was my first ever fight for England, and it was pretty special, to be fair.
How many fights did you have in the first season for England?
I think it was 3.
3?
It was good. I went.
Internationals?
Yes. It was Russia, Bulgaria, and then America.
Wow.
The American one was in England now.
In England. What venue?
Hilton Hotel. That's what that is.
Do you want to show that to the camera?
Yeah.
This is a winner's medal, look. How about that, folks?
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, they're special memories.
You want to show your England shirt? I'm sure you got one stashed away
Yeah,
there.
We have his England top there, yeah. We have the great Maca Richards' England vest. I told you,
I did fit in that. Then, special.
Brilliant.
I'm sure we've got another picture of one frame. Just ducks his head out the way a sec. Oh, look at that, folks.
That's another one, yeah.
Yeah, when you got a few of them, that's like collecting England caps.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's a pinnacle of like amateur or
everything you work for, isn't it?
And look at this, folks.
Yeah.
Here's my career.
Yeah. Lee Jones, Manterfield. He was England captain. David Johnson, and that's Patrick Gallagher. He was British champion as pro as well. I'll tell you a story about that. Right. This was the tournament had finished, so then we're all in the hotel, and they let you mingle then rather than. So we was all in the hotel, and me and David Johnson, we'd all said, first one to go to sleep gets his eyebrows shaved off. So we're all stopping up, and Patrick Gallagher here, he's a Mancunian, Cockney, Irish lad, and he's got the twang of all of them together. He's been down here doing Cannock Bar, doing interviews and everything.
Yeah.
So he was a big lad, you know what I mean, in his dingo. Well, he was the first one to sleep. Well, if you notice how dark his hair is, and me and David Johnson shaved his eyebrow off. So next morning when he woke up and he was going, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you. And then when we got home, I'd got all David Johnson stuff in my bag. And David Johnson, and he's from Newcastle, David Johnson. Yeah. So he got all my stuff in my bag and all these stuff. So we had to, not all of it, just so many things. Yeah. So we had to send our things back from Newcastle to see priceless. Absolutely brilliant. He was good times.
Who's good.
Terry Edwards, and I can't remember his name, but that's Teddy Edwards. Yeah.
Angleterre. Yeah, I suppose I would take that one.
Yeah, there's their badge on it.
Yeah.
And the tracksuits.
Yeah, brilliant.
Good, really good. Like I said, that's a life goal. Went to boxing tournament. Then I lost to the Bulgarian. And he won gold. So he weren't that bad. But I don't think I lost, to be fair.
No.
But you know, it's their judges, their thing. We learned from that last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
With Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
So, but
Exactly.
no, life skills, brilliant.
How many seasons did you fight for England?
Well, you as soon as you do that, they like you to box their style. It's box their style. So then when I boxed America, we went to the Hilton, and it was Ian Irwin. He was the main coach, and Errol was my second. So then I'm boxing this Yank, and I'm doing what he's telling me to do, and I'm losing the fight on his tactics. So I'm coming back and I'm listening to Ian Irwin, and Errol goes, "Just do what you got to do. Just box the way you got to box." So then I was already 2 rounds down. So I boxed to my own style the 3rd round, and was taking over, and that was better then. So I'd lost the fight, but that was Ian Irwin, like, you do it my way or you don't do it. And that's where you've got to box. Like Richie Woodall, any.
Yeah.
Richie Woodall, was it Neville Brown? He boxed for he should have gone to the Olympics, but he died. It's because his style, they want you to box their way. And so if you don't go their way, they don't want you back.
So now you're past your young man stage and
Yeah.
you join your England.
Mm-hmm.
Was you ever thinking about going pro?
Never wanted to. Absolutely, absolutely loved.
What age did you box up until?
I think it was 27. I got to the. That's the semi-finals of the ABAs, which nobody had ever got that far in Wednesbury. I was the first one to go that far in the ABAs.
Absolutely brilliant.
And I got to the semi-finals of the ABAs, and I was boxing Carl Wall. And in the first round, he'd had 2 public warnings, this lad had, for holding. I was super fit. Oh, they need to hold. And then the ref then gave me 3 public warnings for holding. Why would I hold somebody 6 foot when I'm only 5'9"? I wouldn't do it. And then that was it. I just quit boxing, and I says, I can't do that again. They blatantly robbed me of a final in the ABAs, which was huge, just from holding. I wouldn't hold. If he'd had 2 public warnings, why would I hold? I'd work, wouldn't I?
Exactly.
He'd be holding, not me. He was 6 foot. He weren't stronger than me.
I'm a taller boxer anyway.
Yeah. It's their game, to hold, and
it's easier for like us who, because it's like I was like you, like war, you have a choice.
Height, yeah.
So I if you like more or less my fights, I'm boxing someone who's like
taller,
than me, and I found it easier.
Yeah.
You could go like work the body.
Yeah.
So you have no reasons, have you?
No, and I was absolutely. I had 200 amateur. I think it was 200 amateur I had, which is a lot.
That's a lot of fights.
It's a lot of fights. It is, but you could box 3 times in a week.
Yeah.
I box twice in a day sometimes.
It was every 4 days, wasn't it?
But in the championships, early days of the championships, you box twice in a day to move on to the next round. I've done that, but
You actually had a 16-year fight career then, really.
Yeah, and then it broke me because I was blatantly robbed. I was absolutely gutted. And I says, that's it.
It's easy because you think, God, I have come all through this way.
Yeah. So have you took off you?
Yeah.
And there's no way your Wednesbury lad was never fit. We were super fit, weren't we? We were super fit, so I wouldn't hold it, wouldn't happen. So then I thought about going pro just because the sport had broke me. And Errol's dad, Terry, had a word with he was a millionaire, his name was Dave Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley. Oh, so Bradley as well. To
come down and have a look at me. So I went, and he said, so Pete and Odigale come with me at the same time. So then we went pro. And I turned pro at 9 stone 9. And I had my first pro fight, won. I had my second pro fight, won. Then I thought, you know what, I just want to box. I don't want to keep waiting for home shows. I want to box. So I went and boxed away in Manchester. Kawasaki was top of the bill. And I was boxing Mark Haslam, his name was. And he was like the Manchester, they called him the fantasy boy. And he was boxing for a title his next fight. So I was like a warm-up fight. It was on Sky. And I went out and I was talking about this Mark Haslam for the first round, saying, oh, he's this. And then from then, I had it on video. They just started talking about me, saying my feet work was like somebody off Riverdance. And then I boxed, and he must have hit me twice in 4 rounds. and they give it a draw. And I was like, yo.
I have seen over the years a lot of people go, I've watched many boxing fights. He's won that 10
Yeah.
It's like, it's a big decision.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
If he's a champion and things like that, any boxing, off the boxing, if he's a champion, then you have to go and knock him out. But if it's just a building up, hang on. He's building up. Yeah, you call it.
But what I believe, the best people in boxing don't make it.
Yeah.
The best boxers don't make it. The trouble with me and Pete Nightingale, we just wanted to fight. That's all we done. Fight. Pete had a lot of fights as well, but you got to sell tickets. And my lifestyle was just work, train, bed. Weight, train, bed. I don't go out. I do nothing. I couldn't sell tickets, so I had to go and box away. So when I turned pro at 9 stone 9, within the next 2 years, I gone from 9 stone 9 to 10 stone, 10 stone to 10 and a half, 10 and a half to 11 stone, 11 stone to 11 and a half, and I was boxing levels up, and there was no better. There was no better than me. I was going to London and boxing and beating them, and going stone and a half above my weight, just to fight.
What would you say some of the toughest venues you ever boxed in?
Newcastle. I went to Newcastle twice. I boxed Mark Maca, who was again always British champion, and Simon Hall, who again was.
I boxed his brother, Paul.
Yeah. So I boxed both them in County Durham, and I was boxing. That was semi-final, and I was boxing. I'd won the fight. I think about 20 seconds left, and I come out of a clinch, and my lip was down here. And I don't know what had happened. I had to go to face surgery. And on my lip, I had 19 stitches in my lip there.
Who was that against? All?
All, yeah. And so that was always my bad omen, going to Newcastle.
Did you ever get any injuries during your boxing career?
Dislocated shoulder, a broken rib, but you train through them, wouldn't you?
Mm. I mean, noses, my nose been over that side and then that side.
I think most likely in Wednesbury, if you look at somebody now, you can tell a bit of boxing.
Yeah.
Leddington's.
Yeah, it was a great gym. Some great people. And friends for life, aren't they?
Yeah. What you did, well, they shut down and moved?
Well, I'd gone pro and I was still doing it then. That was 2000. Was it 2000? It was still there then, so it was after that.
Leon was boxing there as well in 2000 and 2005, 2006.
You had them come from all out over the gyms to come to our place, do you?
Yeah, they come from Tipton,
Sim Kisses as well, they come over, didn't they? Yeah. Legisters, all them from West Brom.
Surrounding states, Tipton, Bradley, Walsall, Darlaston, all basically.
All come to because
but you know,
you could make the shows.
You say our gym was brilliant. It was brilliant.
It was.
But there was another 300 gyms.
Yeah.
It's like now, there ain't many amateurs, is there?
No.
There was that many boxing gyms. We could fight Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, you can only box on a Friday or a Saturday, easy.
Yeah, we can't see many Sunday shows now.
No. Amateurs, it's died. White collars killed it, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the
YouTubers are...
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
But we'll leave that to another thingy. We're just going to have a short break, and I'll be back with you in a couple of minutes for part 3 with Big Mac. And, some brilliant stories so far. We'll see you all in a few seconds, folks.
Hello, and welcome back to Joe Boxing Vlog Part 3 with me, Jonah Jones and Eddie.
Hello.
And the great Mark Maca Richards. And welcome back, Mac.
How you doing?
3.
Now we've gone through your career. We've talked about your England stages, some of your achievements and that. Want to tell us about some of your fondest memories, some of your funniest memories?
Funniest memories.
I'm sure you've got some really funny stories that you've got up to in your...
Yeah, I've got a story. I think it was Christmas. Well, the IBAs was always coming at Christmas, so we had to train all the way through Christmas. We weren't allowed no break. I remember ID Aldi, Leddington, and Brand Summers coming to pick me up. We was going to go sparring.
Which one was it? Andy or Darren?
Darren was just a bad one, more. He was a bad, cheeky one, more.
He was a jester.
So then they was coming up to sparring. It was freezing cold. So then they all turned up. They all got these hats over their heads. They think nothing of it. And we was going to spar, but we were going to spar in this flat. That somebody got the keys to this flat, so I'm there. We've all gloved up. I'm in the Ideality sparring with Bran. So they're punching and fighting in the front room. There's no furniture or nothing in this flat. It's just an empty flat. So them sparring. Darren Leddington goes to the toilet. And then, don't think nothing of it. I'm just shadowboxing, just waiting. And next thing I know, Darren Leddington has come out of the toilet. And he's gone like that. And he's done that. I took his hat off. And they've shaved his eyebrows off. And they went, you next. And I went, this is the second floor of the flat. And I was thinking, I'm going to fucking jump through that window. I am. There's no way. Them shaving my eyebrows off. So then they get me. And I swear to God, it was probably 25 minutes. Then Bran, Ledo, and Idealdi are wrestling me. And I'm on the floor. And I'm trying to get this. And I'm just absolutely frantic. And in the end, I just think they couldn't take the risk of cutting me with the ABAs. Because if I would have just accepted, I was going to get done, they would have done me. But I was doing absolutely balmy. And they get up in the end because if we would have got cut for the ABAs, Errol would have killed him. He would have killed him. But that was a tiring night. I'm shaving each other's eyebrows off. Mind you, I've done it to Patrick Gallagher in Turkey, so it's.
I never got done, but
I never got done myself. But
I it was like all doing each other.
Yeah,
Andy on one side,
and they used to walk past people and put Mac on them without even knowing, and their eyes would fall off.
Want to tell us a little bit about this photo we just put up here?
Yeah, that's Joseph. That's probably about 3 years ago. I was taking one of my pro lads to box. I think he was in Wales. I went and boxed in Wales, and I drew to box him in the quarterfinals of the championships. And the lad who had already boxed twice, Wayne Clayton, had boxed him twice, and he was going, "Who's got Kalzaki? Who's got Kalzaki?" And I was going, and Errol was there, and Idealdi was there, and I was going, "Don't tell him, don't tell him." I didn't know who he was, and they were saying, "Who's got him?" Who's going? McLean was saying, "You've got him, mate." And I went, "Yeah." And he went, he's beat me twice, and what like someone going, he was going, "Oh, you don't want to fight him?" And I'm going, Really? Everybody lost to him. You know what I mean? He's just the way it was. He was just that tall, that fast, that fit. Okay, he beat me. But I still don't think he's the best person I've boxed.
Who would you say is the best person you ever boxed?
Best person I've sparred with is Alan Vaughan. That was in the England training camp. He was.
How old was you then? Early 20s?
20s, yeah. He's England trainer now at GB. He's that's how good he is. Technical, he's brilliant. Idealdi boxed him as well, but he was technically brilliant. Michael Jones, he was European champion. I boxed him my last pro fight. And Michael Jones was good. I remember him meeting with this jab, even with the jab, and then left hook, and I didn't even know it was there. Bum, bum. And I'm teaching that now to the lads who I'm doing. But yeah, he was he's good. He's made life out of it, eh?
Yeah. Are you proud of your achievements as you go through?
Yeah. I just injury finished me. I was walking my dog. I was boxing. He was the European champion, Michael Jones. I was boxing him that was my last fight on Sky on the Saturday, and on the Wednesday, I went down a pothole holding my dog because he was trying to fight with another dog, and my foot was like that within 30 seconds. And that finished me. I've had 2 operations on it. It's now better than what it was. But I still believe I'd still be fighting now.
Would you go back and do it all again?
I'd love to.
Yeah,
absolutely.
okay.
But you know what? We was the guinea pigs. Like now, Errol's set up.
Yeah,
if he got us now,
rings,
sets up. He's a top promoter. He pulls all the shots for every title fight.
Yeah.
We was just the guinea pigs at start. Went to go pro. Like I said, I boxed 3 times at home, and the other 10 fights was away. And I can only say I really lost 1 out of them 10, even though decisions was against me.
Who was your favourite trainer? You got to the end now, you finished, and you think, you know what? Your greatest memory.
Yeah, my trainer, Errol was fantastic. Like you said, he was the best mate as well. We used to go out together. We used to go to football together. But when I turned pro, I went with Len Woodall, which was Richie Woodall's dad.
Yeah.
I went with him, and he didn't really teach me nothing that I already knew.
Was that Telford?
Yeah. So all he taught me was, well, I'll always look back, bless him, he's dead now. He was a top bloke. The difference was that he'd say, well, could you jump over that from a standing still? And I went, I'll give it a try. He went, ask me, and this bloke was 60 odd. I said, Len, would you jump over that? He went, piece of piss. And he says that's just the difference of committing everything to it or giving it a bit of, being a bit hesitant to doing it. And that's what he taught me, give everything. And then after that, I thought I needed someone else, so I went to Joby Clayton, which is Ben Whitaker. Obviously, you know Ben Whitaker. He was his god. When I was starting with Ben Whitaker, with Joby, Ben Whitaker was 3 or 4 then. And I used to go and train with Joby, and he was just one-on-one with Joby all the time. And he did bring out the best in me. And I think it was one day before the fight, I'd boxed. I was going to box the day after, and I weighed in. I was a pound overweight. It weren't for a title. It don't matter if I was a pound overweight. It ain't a pound overweight. It's on weight, really, isn't it? Unless it's for a title. And he went, I don't think you should box. He's that much of a... He wants the best of everything. And he wanted the best for you. And he was a brilliant trainer. He really is a good trainer. And look what he's done for Ben.
Yeah.
Rob Norton. He had Rob Norton as well. Yeah. He had Ben Whitaker and done brilliant, haven't they?
He worked wonders.
He does. Yeah. And he's just a perfectionist. And his net was working with AJ, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was AJ's trainer. So, yeah, I think Joby's... Maybe just because I got one-on-one. If I had one-on-one with Errol, maybe it'd be different. But Errol's got so many fighters. He can't give you that time.
When did you open your own gym yourself?
Yeah. He had too many fighters. When did I open? I started. I'll tell you where it all started. When I finished boxing, I had depression. I don't know what depression was. You know, there's a big thing about it now. But then depression weren't heard of really. And I'd never had a drink in my life. So I started having a beer, and I was like, it seemed to numb the pain because I couldn't train. I couldn't fight. So I started drinking. Not bad, nothing major, but I had depression, and I thought, I've got to get back to the gym. And I couldn't do anything in the gym. I could go on the cross trainer where my feet were still. And then one of the lads who I boxed amateur with at Wednesbury, Rob Doody, he said, take me pro. And I went. I was just about to take my pro referee's licence. I did inquired about it, and I got to go on a course for a year to do this pro referee's licence. So I was going to do that. And he said, take me pro, and I went, oh. So I started training him, and one of the photos is there with him. That's at the belt. He had 6 fights. I think he had 6 fights, won 6 fights. He won the British Masters title. So I trained him for that. And then he retired. And I was like, gutted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he'd finished.
Yeah,
so, and then other people say, will you train me? Will you train me? And then I went from fitness first to another gym. And I went up to Alpine, and he says, will you come and train my boxing gym? And I went, okay.
Can we give your gym a little shout out?
Anchor Gym, West Brom. Good gym.
What night you open?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I live there. The wife don't appreciate it, but I live there. And it's my fix. And I love training. Yeah, like I said, my daughter's boyfriend, he had his first pro fight Friday, and he boxed really well. I was really proud of him. Conor Baker.
Well done, Conor.
Any other lads up there you want to give a big shout out?
Yeah, I got Tommy Louch, Jack Summers. I had another couple, but they've retired now. So, but I've got amateurs there as well. I've had kids from there from 11, 15 and 16 now, so them good.
They're coming through.
Yeah, they're coming through. Yeah, them good.
You get to take your experiences.
Yeah. Well, I like my way.
Feedback, isn't it?
Yeah, from Errol to Len Woodall to Joby Clayton, and then my input in between, a bit of everything, and put them on. You know what I mean? I may not be right, but that's what I believe. Like, I don't believe in heavy sparring. That's my gimmick. I don't believe that people should just knock shit out of each other. You only get paid for 4-round fights. So to spar 300 rounds getting the shit knocked out of you. So I prefer technical and then coming close to the fight, a bit more heavier. That's what I think anyway.
Well, obviously some amazing stories. And we're coming towards the end now, and I'm running out of questions for today. Is there anything you'd like to say? Anything? Got any thoughts on today? Yeah,
this is what I believe. I believe that the heavyweights should be boxing bigger gloves. That's I think.
Yeah, because they have really tough.
They box in the. I've got a lad who's a welterweight. He's 10 stone 7. So Tyson Fury at 19 stone can box in the same gloves as 10 stone 7. I don't think that's right. I think that's the only way they could implement being safer. But.
And then message for the young kids coming up today with all this knife crime and all that.
Yeah, get in the gym. Get in the gym.
Get off the street.
The best feeling in the world, walking out of a gym feeling tired.
Yeah.
refreshed.
You ain't gonna
Good
wanna
for you,
go
mate.
boxing with your mates.
Good for your mental toughness.
Well, put down the knives and you put on the gloves, eh, Mark?
Yeah, every day.
Put down the knives, put on the gloves.
Put on the
so
put up the dukes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, now we are coming up towards the end of the show, and I would just like to say, Mac, having you on the show is absolutely awesome. Thank you very much. A long-time friend, a long-time great, awesome boxer. As his own gym. If you ever like into any training, please come at Maca's gym and join in, please. Right. Thank you very much for all watching. Can you all like and subscribe, please? Thank you very much to John's Boxing Blog.
And don't forget, you can comment on the Facebook when you see.
Comment on the Facebook. Yes, you can.
We should be live on YouTube for about 8 o'clock tonight.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thanks very much, Maca. Love you, Howard.
See ya.